Welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Before we get started today, we're going to do a little bit of trivia. Do you know when the first six-pack of beer was produced and who produced it? At the end of the video, I'll tell you. Anyway, today we're drinking out of my Innocent Gun cup, and we're doing Brava Light. Brava Light is a 4% light beer. It's made by the Labatt Brewing Company. If you read on the beer store's website, it's actually made. It says it's made by Brava, but Labatt is the parent company of Brava. They have a really nice slogan: Brava, the beer of summer. It's a dollar beer. I think this was $7.40 for a six-pack. It says it's cold, clean, and crisp. Really, it's not going to be cold unless I make it cold. It might be clean and crisp. I mean, Brava Original is. So, give it a try. If you're a bottle cap collector, you're out of luck. If you're a label collector, it's a cheap beer, so it's actually glued on there better than the better beer companies. So you're probably going to have to soak it. Second, and then I'll put the rest in. As you saw in the bottle, it's a nice drawish color. Has a nice one-figured head. It is dissipating pretty fast. It has a good deal of carbonation in there. Scent-wise, it's fairly average. There's a bunch of hops in there. There is some malt. It's really the extent of it. If you've had Brava itself, it pretty much smells like that. There's a little more hops on the nose than on the original Brava. It is crisp like it calls itself. And it is very clean. It really doesn't have a taste other than that. It has as soon as it hits your tongue, there's a slight sweet sensation. As it moves back your tongue, back across your tongue, you get a tingling sensation. It does continue to be sweet on its way back. Once it hits the back of your throat, there's a very subtle hop finish to it, and then it's gone. There's no aftertaste. The finish doesn't last very long. By the time I'm done swallowing, it's pretty much gone. And other than the slight crisp tingling from the carbonation, there's nothing left to tell me I was drinking beer. I don't have that pasty mouth that you sometimes get from cheaper beers. I don't have that horrible bitter aftertaste that you sometimes get from these type of beers. If you've never had a Brava before, Brava's basically a cerveza style beer, so the Mexican style, Corona, Sol, all of those. I don't usually put fruit in my beer because it's made with Canadian water instead of Mexican water. You really don't have to on this, which is a nice touch to it. With a lime in there, I'd imagine it would be a little more tangy and have a little more flavor. Without the lime, I think I could probably make my wife drink this, because she hates the taste of beer, and it's really like it's a glass of soda water with a tiny bit of sugar in it, and then a tiny bit of bitterness at the end. Yeah, come the end, it's almost as if you're drinking a bitter soda. You know, the bitters in soda that you drink to settle your stomach. It's not good, as it's not a very tasty beer. Price range, it's one of the buck beers here in Ontario, so you're looking at $28 for a 2-4, because a buck of beer is now like $1.30 a beer plus deposit, which is 10 cents a bottle. It's not bad. I really wish, since its parent company is a big company, that it would give me an actual cap to collect, because my fridge does need some more caps. I actually really enjoy this. I'm going to try and get my wife to drink one of the other bottles I have, just so that I can tell her, hey, does this taste like beer? Because, she always says every beer tastes alike, which most non-beer drinkers say. I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. Not because it's a really good tasting beer, but because it really doesn't have a taste. I could see making some of my female friends that don't like beer drink it. I could see getting some of my male friends that don't like beer to drink it. Price-wise, it's at the right price point. And really, that no aftertaste thing, that makes me like this beer even more. So, earlier I asked you who made the first 6-pack and when was it made. For those of you that don't know, the first 6-pack was sold in the 1940s. It was a Pabst brewery that brought them out, and the Pabst brewery had conducted many, many tests to find the perfect size for the average housewife to bring home from the store. Housewives, don't get mad at me. I'm just spreading the information. You all have a very good night, and good beer drinking to you, and thank you for watching the Albino Rhino beer review. Have a good one.